Okay, well, welcome to Detroit, guys. You guys, this is like your first tour since COVID, pretty much. I mean, you did some shows. Like I know you did Lala.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them. You did the Phoenix sessions, of course, too. But this new
Stay
tour,
busy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice though to finally get back on stage. I would assume, actually, come to a crowd and you just feel like
great.
that energy, right?
See the people, yeah.
Yeah, totally. And tonight, St. Andrews Hall, which you guys have performed there before, right?
Yeah.
Couple times.
Yeah, we played St. Andrews a couple times. We used to play the Shelter venue downstairs from that. That was like a regular
really?
stop for us. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, they it's just like one of those like classic venues too, especially to like perform in, and it's just really intimate and everything. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, this is it. You know, you guys are here. You got that new the new song, Something Loud, which is a banger. We're playing it a lot on all.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot for playing it.
For sure. But yeah, it's cool to finally like get you guys back on the road and see you here in Detroit, especially with this new song, which we're playing a lot of, and especially like after everybody wants to get back to concerts and stuff, so it's kind of cool to see all that. And you guys had that album in 2019, I think it was. It came out like a couple months. Yes, it came out like a couple months before, right?
Yeah.
COVID.
Yes.
Which now you can actually perform those.
Yeah,
on
it's
a
been
stage.
nice to play those songs.
For sure.
We sort of missed an entire cycle of touring because of the pandemic, so it's like been cool to play those, and now that we're kind of further removed from the release date, people have had time to sit with those, so it seems pretty cool, like to see the response.
For sure.
Even a few years later.
What did you guys even like? Did you guys have a lot of downtime during quarantine? Like, what were you guys doing during your downtime? I mean, everyone did.
I don't know exactly what we did, but I feel like I was busy the whole time doing something.
We did a pretty good job, I think, of kind of trying to stay busy, engaging with the fans, and the Phoenix sessions was certainly something that took like a lot of energy and time. So, we sort of did various things that kept us busy all throughout.
Right. And I mean, you guys had a lot of like time. I mean, did you have time to like write? Was it because I know a lot of artists and stuff like during that time they just sat and they wrote songs. I mean, was that kind of like what you guys did too, or were you kind of like, you know what, Netflix? Let's just.
No, I mean, we worked on music.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of that really became full songs. You sort of don't know exactly what it's going to be when you're working, but you're always working.
Okay.
Like an idea might progress to a certain point, and then you like just kind of run out of steam for whatever reason, like put it away.
Sure.
But then, a couple months later, you might, what about this idea? And then all of a sudden, it's like a brand new idea almost, and all the, the walls you were hitting, they aren't like a mental.
It's not a block anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So you can kind of, the solution to the puzzle seems easy then. So I mean, I don't know. We have a bunch of works in progress.
Okay, that's good to hear. Good to hear. Is that what? Do you have any of those songs like some of your like what's a song that you sat on forever, where you're just like I got nothing, and then finally it just clicked?
We have a lot of those actually.
Yeah, I think the one that sticks out to me is there's a song called Dizzy on our Chase This Light album, and we sort of were banging our head against that song for a long time, and we weren't quite sure how to approach it or what to do, or we had several different versions of it. And then we worked with a guy named John Fields who kind of just had some ideas of, hey, try this, and it just all kind of clicked, and it turned out to be one of the better, one of my favorite songs on that album. So it was
That's right. We had this slow acoustic version of
we had like a million different versions of the song that was like more were like really rockin' and some were like really mellow, and it kind of ended up in between a little bit, but yeah, that was definitely one of those where it like we struggled. It was like that Rubik's Cube where you're struggling and then you finally figure it out and like, oh, okay, I got it.
Totally.
That's how that song felt that way.
Yeah. Criminal Energy on Surviving.
Congratulations, too, right?
Congratulations
really
on Surviving. Those were two actually ideas that kind of were sitting around a long time.
Yeah.
Before, just for whatever reason. Like we have this pile of ideas that like we'll go through every once in a while. Like, oh, what about this?
Sure.
Sometimes those are 10 years old.
Oh, damn, really? They're just like notes sitting in your phone pretty much, or is it just...
Yeah, notes are like,
It could be anything from like a note in the phone to like a fully formed version of a song where, we're looking at it thinking, this is not quite right yet. There's something missing. And so, or like Jim said, like sometimes it's just a matter of like setting it aside for a while.
Right.
And kind of forgetting that it exists and then coming back to it with kind of like fresh perspective, and that can sometimes jog something loose.
Another thing that'll happen is like one of those ideas, maybe you're working on something and you're kind of stuck, but then you remember a part from one of those like kind of like sat shelved ideas that just like, why don't we use this for this? So like we cannibalize old songs all the time that we weren't using and put them in the current idea that we are working on. It works sometimes.
Well, with the music that maybe you're working on right now, like Something Loud is out now, but I would assume you guys are in the process of maybe putting together an album, possibly.
We're working on songs.
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to become an album.
Okay, gotcha. Is it kind of like that whole thing too, where it's just kind of like you guys are sitting around like whatever feels right, and like once you kind of like you don't just want to put together an album, you want to put together like a whole like collective of really great songs that are ideas that you've sat on and are like, all right, this is good to go with that. Are you kind of in that process right now with the music, like for these songs?
I think we're just chasing ideas that we're excited about, and not really worrying about if it's going to be an album or an EP or just like a solo single release or like a single with a B-side or what. It's kind of an exciting time to be a musician now because there's no real rules anymore. You can be your own distributor worldwide with your phone.
That's true.
I'm going to post this right now to the world. Let's see there's no guarantee everybody in the world is going to check that out, but you can put it out there.
Right.
So if we're really excited about something and we feel like we don't want to wait around, we could just put it out if we want.
Sure. Do you guys like with your music when you're thinking about a song? Something Loud is more, definitely more of a rock heavy kind of a song. Are you kind of like going towards like that angle with like the new music, or is it?
We go in many directions at the same time usually.
Yeah.
It's like we'll be working on something that's really moody and mellow at the same time as we're working on something like rocking, like Something Loud, and then there'll be like a couple mid-tempo things that are in the works too. Like we just kind of we're pretty scatterbrained with the ideas that we chase. We like a lot of different things.
Right.
So
it's just like, and you guys all form a collective. You guys kind of throw in. Everyone has their 2 cents, and it kind of just forms one big thing. So that's pretty cool, as well. But
Tom keeps trying to get us to put trap hats and stuff because he loves that.
One of these days.
Just one song, just one. Well, cool guys. It was really cool having you guys here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for being here too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Jimmy Eat World.